I don't know. We'll see if that fixed anything. It seems to be good for like. It'll be good for like in like 45 minutes, and then it just goes to shit. I'm not understanding why.
Entered a denied area. Stay sharp.
Oh, there is a chopper over there. I'm not gonna.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
I've never been in here. In this part, at least. I guess I have. You've got hostile reinforcements incoming. rockets going around the corner. I love that one. That's my favorite. It's almost as good as rockets going through walls. Oh shit, a whole 4-man, huh? Yep. Well, one dude running while the 4-man chases. These guys are tryhards. They're doing this much work just for a solo that they found near them. The 3 of them. Kind of pathetic. Like, look how much work they're putting into finding one guy. He's not even there, he's in the hospital.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate near your location.
I'm assuming this hostile soldier dude is at high rise. That's like the spot that people go if they don't know where people are.
Moving. Target, right here.
He's gone.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Wow. Forgot I had a 2-plate. I need to get a 3-plate somewhere. I'm gonna go do that now. Or maybe I just go reset this 2-plate on this guy and get myself a 3-plate guy. Save this 2-plate hit for like when I completely.
All Ultra, we're tracking a heavily armored target with a weapons case. Marking their location on your TAC map now. Advise you intercept, but it's your call.
All I need is 2 bandages and a liquor, and I got a 3-plate. See if I can charge it a little bit.
Like it's not gonna happen like overnight, but it's 20 years from now. I think it's still like 20 years from now. I think there's gonna be more humanoid robots than there are humans.
Really?
Yes.
More humanized? Well, that's so crazy. Like, so that's like more guns. We have more guns than people in America. We'll have more robots than people in America as well.
Yes.
You have a bunch of old robots nobody wants anymore.
I guess.
Joe asks Elon about the chances of humanity destroying itself within the next 100 years. Elon, however, shifts the focus. He explains that it's unlikely civilization will completely destroy itself. He believes the real concern should be whether our technology will keep advancing, or if it will start to regress in the years ahead.
I mean, what are we going to be looking at 100 years from now? I mean, when you...
Around 100 years from now, I hope civilization's around. Yeah, that'll be a win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the chances that we fuck this whole thing up? 50%?
It's hard to say. I mean, I guess not. Like, I don't think civilization will be totally destroyed unless there's like some really massive global thermonuclear war. But I mean, Stephen Hawking he would say that there was like at least a 1% chance of total annihilation every century. That was his rough estimate. But there's a much bigger chance of civilization being less capable than it is today. So you say like, well, because you look at say, well, these various civilizations throughout history, whether it's like ancient Sumerians or the Egyptians, the Romans, like there's like a life cycle to civilization. They reached a peak and then they started subsiding. So I think a bigger question is like, well, will our technology level be better or worse than it is today in 100 years? I think it's probably going to be better. I think, but any estimates are going to be there's so many dependencies. Like an estimate, I think I'm not sure it has any meaning. because it's like there's so many things that can happen in 100 years.
Up next, Elon shares his vision for a plane that can launch vertically from the ground without needing a runway. The concept is fascinating, leaving Joe eager to learn more about how it would work. This is a conversation from episode number 1169.
Now, have you ever looked at
How it works.
planes and gone, I could fix this? I just don't have the time. Too busy
I
making.
have a design for a plane.
You do?
Yes.
A better design?
I mean, probably. I think it is. Yes.
Who have you talked to about this?
And I've talked to friends.
Friends?
Friends and
I'm your friend.
girlfriends and.
You can tell me. What do you got? What's going on?
Well, I mean, the exciting thing to do would be some sort of electric vertical takeoff and landing supersonic jet of some kind.
Vertical takeoff and landing, meaning no need for a runway. Just shoot up straight in the air and then, ooh, how would you do that?
Joe asks Elon how he plans to pull off such a bold idea. After all, Elon's concept is a plane that launches vertically, like a rocket, something straight out of movies. Elon explains that the key lies in combining advanced propulsion systems with lightweight materials and energy-efficient designs.
Like, the way to think about a plane is it's a force balance. So the force balance, so a plane that is not accelerating is a neutral force balance. You have the force of gravity, you have the lift force of the wings, then you've got the force of the whatever thrusting device, so the propeller or turbine or whatever it is, and you've got the resistance force of the air. Now, the higher you go, the lower the air resistance is. Air density drops exponentially, but drag increases with the square. An exponential beats a square. The higher you go, the faster you will go for the same amount of energy. And at a certain altitude, you can go supersonic with less energy per mile, quite a lot less energy per mile, than an aircraft at 35,000 feet, because it's just a force balance.
I'm too stupid for this conversation.
Joe asks Elon if he has plans to start working on it, but Elon reveals that it's not a priority for him. He explains that focusing on electric cars is far more important, particularly as the world needs to shift towards sustainable energy in the coming years.
Now, when you think about this new idea of designing, I mean, when you have this idea about improving planes, are you going to bring this to somebody? Or you just chuck this
Well, I have a lot on
around?
my plate.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how you do what you do now, but if you keep coming up with these, but it's got to be hard to pawn these off on someone else either. Hey, go do a good job with this vertical takeoff and landing system that I want to implement to regular planes.
The electric airplane isn't necessary right now. Electric cars are important.
We need
Solar
some sort
energy
of-
is important. Stationary storage of energy is important. These things are much more important than creating electric supersonic VTOL. Also, the planes naturally, you really want that gravitational energy density for an aircraft, and this is improving over time. So, it's important that we accelerate the transition to sustainable energy. That's why electric cars, it matters whether electric cars happen sooner or later.
Up next, Elon shares his surprising reasons for deciding to buy Twitter. He tells Joe that his main concern was the growing influence of extremists controlling social media platforms and much of the mainstream media. Feeling the responsibility to take action, Elon stepped up, bought Twitter, and set out to challenge those narratives directly. This is a conversation from episode number 2054.
What was it ultimately that led you to make the decision to do it?
I mean, this is going to sound somewhat melodramatic, but I was worried about that it was having a corrosive effect on civilization, that it was just having a bad impact, and I think part of it is that it's where it was located, which is downtown San Francisco. And while I think San Francisco is a beautiful city, and we should really fight hard to kind of right the ship of San Francisco. If you've walked around downtown San Francisco, right near the ex-FKA Twitter headquarters, it's a zombie apocalypse. I mean, it's rough. Have you been in that area?
Not lately. No.
Yeah.
I've heard.
It's crazy.
I've heard it's crazy. I've heard you really can't believe it until you actually go there.
You can't believe it until you go there.
Elon continues his point. He shares his observation about how San Francisco, the home base of Twitter, had changed over the years. He also describes how Twitter, before his involvement, was being used to spread what he calls a mind virus, a dangerous influence designed to manipulate and shape public perception.
Now you have to say, well, what philosophy led to that outcome? And that philosophy was being piped to Earth. So, a philosophy that would be ordinarily quite niche and geographically constrained, so that the fallout area would be limited, was effectively given an information weapon, information technology weapon to propagate what is essentially a mind virus to the rest of Earth. And the outcome of that mind virus is very clear if you walk around
like this
the streets of downtown San
normally.
Francisco.
That's pretty
It is the end of civilization.
And it's not just propagating the mind virus, but suppressing any opposing viewpoints.
Yes. Well, in order for the virus to propagate, it must suppress opposing viewpoints. So,
Because it doesn't stand up to scrutiny.
correct.
Elon explains that many of the ideals being promoted align with the extinctionist beliefs. He even cites an example from mainstream media where someone openly advocated for the depopulation of Earth.
I mean, I don't want to be melodramatic, but it's almost like a death cult.
It's a death cult. No, that is exactly right. It's essentially the extinctionists. Like, it's in the limit. It is that they're propagating
Welcome to
the
Al
extinction
Mazrah.
of humanity.
Explore, secure intel, and loot to gain access to new missions. Enemy threat is high, so expect contact.
Need a backpack. Oh, I brought the crossbow. I meant to bring the sniper. This is the wrong build. This is the wrong ammo, I think. What ammo's on this? Yeah, it's supposed to have concentration. I'm not gonna bother changing it now.
One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming. Ultra One, be advised. Threat level is high in this AO. Expect contact.
I'm not going in there.
Ultra One, an operator is near your location and requesting medical.
Some building in the way. I didn't know this was here. On these pipes, right? Look at this shit.
Ultra One, the enemy attack helo is moving in your direction.
Moving! Enemy helo marked.
A little higher. A little farther. Fucking stop it there, no shit.
Moving here.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
There's someone here somewhere. Like, I didn't just fucking simultaneously die. Oh, I just see them. What? Why? What the fuck, dude? Like, for what reason? That's annoying. Wanted to get that Hummer, but I don't think that's happening.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open. Hostile UAV in the area.
I just want to get away from this stupid fucking chopper and shooting at me. Literally no fucking reason.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in this area.
Extract point marked.
Ultra One, be advised. Enemy threat is high in the AO.
Oh, my latency's going to shit right now. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go exfil or restart the stream, one or the other. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this shit. I'll just restart the stream real quick. I don't fucking know. It's not. I realize it's Streamlabs doing it.